Hello.
Okay, here we are,
Oh, you have your notes
back
ready.
together again.
Back at it again.
So we're recording this and it's gonna be like a week later.
It's gonna suck because we're not at Burger King.
Yes, we're at a new spot and we're also not prepared again.
We're at Tatiana's Brow Bar. I was like, shoot, I'm gonna get my eyebrows done.
Yeah, you should. I see.
You don't have to call me out like that.
I'm jealous. It's okay. I draw some of those hairs in, so.
Draw these the unibrow in.
Just to make my eyebrows look a little more like I have short eyebrows. Do you remember that? No? I'm always hiding them.
They always look different.
I'm always hiding them like they're long.
You're always hiding like the top half of your head. Yeah, that's so true.
That's actually not true. I don't hide the top half.
You hide your whole face.
I had bangs for a bit and then
a bit?
Yeah.
Like the whole time I've known you, you've had bangs.
Dude, I haven't had bangs for a minute, okay?
A hot minute.
You're right. You did come back and I had bangs from Portland.
Yeah, see?
I had bangs.
I was like, okay, she still has bangs. I think I like left and like you didn't have bangs and maybe before that and then you had bangs again and I was like, okay.
Anyway, let's stop talking about bangs. They're pretty. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I didn't see your forehead. I didn't see your eyebrows, short eyebrows, apparently.
I should probably put this up, this motherfucker.
So, yeah, what did you want to discuss today? What's the hot topic?
So, I wanted to discuss music.
Okay.
I know when I told you, you're like, yeah, I'm not going to talk about music for hours.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can get you going.
Yeah, you rile me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I didn't really know, like, what you meant by music. Like, you mean, like, concerts, shows, like, new music, like...
Yeah, we can go everywhere with that.
What kind of music do we like?
Music is, universal, so you can just kind of go on to anywhere. Okay, so I don't know if you want to answer this question, but I was going to start off by saying, what music are you listening to lately?
It's kind of embarrassing. Metallica.
Oh, late?
I'm late to the game.
30 years old, Metallica.
Yeah, I've never really liked Metallica or like, I guess heavy metal, but they're not even really heavy metal, but they are in that metal. Like, they're in that genre. I never liked it. But like,
I could have sworn the other day when we were at Burger King, like a month ago, you were listening to Metallica. Does that seem true?
Wait, no, I was listening to Black Sabbath.
You were listening to Black Sabbath.
Yeah, so see, I'm starting this whole.
I noticed that, and we didn't talk about it, and I was just like, "Oh,
we didn't discuss."
That was interesting.
See, now you show your.
And then prior to that, you were listening to Led Zeppelin. And I was just like, okay, like we're not gonna talk about this.
He doesn't just listen to. I don't know what.
Hoobastank.
Yeah, my favorite band, of course.
Creed.
Literally, like, the two worst bands ever.
I'm not gonna lie, there is a song or two that Creed has made that it's like, you know what? I know some of these words.
Just stop right now.
You know some songs that where you, like, know the words to and you don't even really care for them?
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Like that Hoobastank song, like, I swear I know the words because they used to always be on, like, VH1 or MTV music videos.
Oh my gosh, I would get so annoyed. I was like, can you just play Britney Spears already? Like, I don't want to hear... I know what song you're talking about.
Can you just play some R. Kelly? Just kidding.
Stops listening. Unfollows playlist.
I know. I have a feeling like I will eventually get canceled. I don't know about you.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
They keep it going for me. They're like, she's kind of okay.
She's fine. She's fair.
That Alexis.
She needs to be canceled ASAP.
She's fair.
It's because I talk too much.
Stop talking.
I give too much info.
Let me talk.
All right.
Yeah, I'm really into, like, Metallica. And, well, it started because I was listening to, like, Black Sabbath and, like, I guess Led Zeppelin, because I made this playlist. And I was, like, listening to Metallica.
What is it called?
The playlist?
Yeah.
It's called I Wanna Rock, ?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I Wanna Rock.
Yeah, it starts with that song, and then it just goes on into, like, a little bit of heavy metal, mostly like classic rock, which I never like really listened to until like recently.
When you were younger, did anybody ever ask you like, Are you a rocker?
You a rocker foo?
Yeah. Are you a rocker foo?
I don't think so.
Did anyone ever ask you?
No.
Everyone always asks me.
It's because you're like all darkness and like you dyed your hair black. Like
I just have dark hair, but yes, I did dye my hair at some point.
You looked like a rocker.
It's like a rocker foulette.
Okay. No one ever asked me that. People always ask me if I was a stoner.
Yeah, you look like a stoner. You look like a hippie. Yeah, I think it's the way you walk. You walk very like it's cool. Everything's gonna be all right. It's okay. Bobbling your head.
I bobble my head.
Yeah.
I've been told that, so I believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, people ask me if I'm a skater a lot of times, and I'm like, that's cool.
At the age of now, 17?
It was more it was more in like college years, yeah. But in high school, no one like asked me anything.
Can you do a kickflip?
No, I can't even do it ollie.
I'm gonna hurt my back.
My back and my neck.
Okay, so you're listening to Metallica lately.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I ask that because like as we get older and just like over time, like you start to just like venture off into like different genres, and you know, it is gonna be weird at sometimes. You know, sometimes in your life it's gonna be like, damn, I was listening to that shit.
Yeah.
But who has influenced like your music taste or preference?
Literally no one.
Nobody.
No, like I mean, I used to get music from like friends or whatever, but we don't really talk about music with my friends.
Yeah.
So when you said that, I was like thrown off. I'm like, music? Like I don't really share music with people anymore. So it's just like.
But like when you were younger, who do you think inspired your music? Like your influence?
My dad.
Your dad.
My dad for sure, because like he would always be playing music like disco, 80s, you know, like the classics that they play at like I don't know, family parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my dad was a DJ too, so I just remember he always had music on like super loud in the car.
Was he always like coming home with loud music playing? My dad does that every day.
Still to this day, he just did it
in the driveway. Like he's just like blasting his music.
And, I've never lived with my dad like growing up, so I can't say.
Okay.
But like anytime I'd go and hang out with him, like in the car, he'd have music like super loud.
Yeah.
And I just remember as like a little kid, like the certain type of music he had was like disco, 80s, and like funky types. I don't know, you know? So I always liked more electronic music, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And of course 80s.
Yeah.
Anything with the synth, like I love pretty much. So
yeah. So I would say both my parents influenced my music preference, and then also my brother.
Your brother? Okay.
Yeah. My brother kind of like, although he hated that I copied like his music, because like I don't know, he just like hated me at some point.
He's like, you're a copy.
Yeah, he'd be like, you're a poser, like you don't even like that, and like you don't even like rock.
It's just like a big brother thing to do.
Yeah. And so I would like steal his music and
like his CDs.
Yeah, like his CDs, and I would upload them into like iTunes when that was like a
iTunes. Thing. What's that?
And then I would put them into like my iPod or something.
Yeah.
Or like my MP3
all
player.
Sneaky.
Yeah. Or like I would. Did you ever burn CDs?
All the time.
Yeah. So I would take his CDs and then I would like do a playlist, and then I would burn like all the songs that I liked into the CDs.
So what music was it that you were stealing from him?
It was a lot of like, you remember when we were younger, like how like KROQ was actually like cool and like, had like good
dude, I still listen to KROQ. Dude, I won my Cure tickets from them. I can't
like fully listen to KROQ, just like
they still play like the old good music.
Some of it is like the old music, but a lot of it is like I don't know, it's too alternative. I guess.
Yeah, too poppy. These days.
I heard them playing Post Malone, and although I do like Post Malone, it's just like a weird vibe.
They're playing Post Malone.
KROQ, yeah.
That's weird. I do really like Post Malone too, though.
Yeah.
He has good stuff. But real quick, shout out to KROQ.
Yeah, there's also some kind of racism in KROQ too, because you'll notice that they don't really have black people that are
like working there,
or that
just
they're
all white.
Playing like bands that are like, people of color or just.
That makes sense.
You think about all the bands that they play, a lot of them are just like white guys.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they have to play a certain like.
Because you think about it, like, okay, why does Post Malone get to be on KROQ? And like he also does like.
They played Eminem too. I've heard Eminem.
Yeah, me too. I've heard Eminem too.
Now that you mention it.
So I just like hardly have ever heard like any like people. I don't know.
I mean, that's not really their type of music, though.
I know, but there are black people that listen to rock.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they played Block Party. I know that guy's black.
I know, yeah.
I think they could do more to, like, put in other genres. Yeah. Maybe they can throw in some, like, Latin, but then people would be, like, confused because they're like, what is this? Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of, like, things to unravel in, like, some sort of, I don't know, racism that's going on.
Is KROQ racist?
But I don't want to get too far into that. So it's just something I've noticed.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was the type of music my brother kind of like influenced me into listening to, and without him wanting to or knowing.
So like, what bands were they? You said KROQ.
Yeah, so like KROQ music, pretty much like I told you, I went to that festival recently. So like System of a Down.
Yeah. That was a good lineup. Was it Incubus there?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, Incubus was there, Deftones was there.
So like those types of bands.
Yeah.
The Offspring.
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah,
that
all
type.
Those.
Yeah, okay. I grew up with that stuff too. Actually, I forgot my sister listened to that type of music. She introduced me to Incubus, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Sublime.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so like all those bands that used to, be really popular on KROQ and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like my dad, he's always been very like into a lot of the same stuff like your dad's into. Like my dad loves disco.
Yeah, dads love disco.
Yeah, and he loves like 80s music. He loves like he likes rap. He also likes rock too, and he likes jazz and like like he got me into like when I was younger, he got me into like bossa nova. And
nice.
Yeah, just like a lot of different types of music.
Into everything. So like that made you kind of like open-minded about music, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to also say like it wasn't until maybe recently, like my cousin Lupita, she kind of got me onto Bad Bunny because she's a huge fan of Bad Bunny, and that was some type of music that I just wasn't really into a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And not that I'm like a huge fan of his. I mean, I am a fan of him for like more social cause reasons, I guess.
Like
but
what he does, who he is.
Yeah. Just like what he represents and stuff. But like she pretty much like got me onto like listening to his music and like being open to his music. And
he honestly has some really good songs.
He does.
Bangers. Yeah,
he actually does, and it's pretty surprising because at like probably 5 years ago I wouldn't have been too into that.
Because like I heard about him a long time ago, and I was like, oh, I thought he was a rapper. It sounds like a rapper name.
He kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like I was getting a ride home from someone, and they were like listening to Bad Bunny, and I was like, who is this? Like I really like it. Like it sounded just like so chill, and like you kind of dance to it too. And they're like Bad Bunny, and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And it was like this album that has like a blue cover with the kid on a bike.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Like that whole album is like really good. And then like I'll be looking up like what is he talking about?
Yeah.
And like learning Spanish words because I'm
that's another thing too. I've picked up on, even though I've heard that a lot of people criticize his Spanish, but like I've learned some Spanish words because of him.
You can barely understand what he's saying, I think, even if you do know Spanish. So,
but the fact that like people like us are taking the time to like look up the lyrics and understand or like figure out what he's saying,
I think that means something.
I think that's a huge like big impact.
Yeah, because I like the song so much. I'm like, what is he talking about? And, like, it'll just be, like, one word he's saying over and over. And I'm like, okay, I kind of, like, get the song now.
Yeah.
And, like, you can relate to it a lot because he's always talking about a breakup or a girl or moving
or, like,
on.
fucking.
Yeah, or like partying, and it's just like, that's cool, you know, like you could relate to that.
Yeah, totally. He's very like revolutionary in his own way.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude. But yeah, Bad Bunny, I think he made my top 5 last year.
Oh, really? I think he was in mine too for Spotify. But I don't remember. But yeah, I was listening to him a lot more last year too.
Last year, my Spotify top 5 was so like basic and mainstream. It was embarrassing. I don't even think I posted it because, you know, everyone's like posting on Instagram. Yeah. It was literally like, I'm pretty sure The Cure was on there, so I'm like, okay, cool. The Weeknd.
Okay, I like The Weeknd though. He's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, he has a lot of good songs, and I really liked his last album.
The 3 people that would be considered basic, but like they're actually making pretty good music. The Weeknd, Post Malone, and Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
right.
Post Malone, I do really like a lot. Like almost all of his songs, even like the really sad ones.
Yeah.
But the other person who was on it was Drake.
Oh, Drake too. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I love Drake now. I used to hate.
Me too.
Shut up.
Yes, I used to be so annoyed of Drake. Like I'd be like, oh, he's so like basic and like lame.
Because I just associated him with like dudes who are like
fuckboys.
Yeah. And like driving up to gas station with like playing Drake like super loud, and I'm just like, they're so obnoxious. Like, shut up. So it made me like hate Drake.
Yeah.
But also because he kind of sounds like a crybaby.
He is a crybaby.
Because he is a crybaby.
Totally a crybaby.
But then like I think one of my friends in Portland would like put him on and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this song's good, and then I just started listening to more, and I'm like,
yeah,
they're all good. Like some are hype, some are chill, like some are you're just like, oh damn.
Yeah, for sure. Those, I would say those four for sure. I'm also like, you know, maybe 10 years ago I would have been like, no way, like that's lame. But like as you get older, you're like, this just sounds good.
We're like those people that like go in late to like the popular artists. We're not the original fans, like even for The Weeknd.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I've always liked The Weeknd. But the thing is, I was a little embarrassed to admit it when like he first came out. I was like, I like The Weeknd.
It was kind of like a guilty pleasure for me when I first started liking him.
Yeah. Cuz I've liked The Weeknd since he came out. But
okay.
Drake, no. I did not like Drake.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't like Bad Bunny until recently, so.
And what's funny is Drake helped The Weeknd like get big.
Yeah.
They're both Canadian.
It's true. It's weird, huh? They are. A lot of Canadian people come over here and they're like just blown up.
They have each other's back.
Yeah. They're like,
Canadians. They're like, they're just
have
like,
you ever talked to a Canadian and then you hear them and you're like, with their A, and you're like, that's funny.
I don't think I have in person, which makes me sad.
It's funny because I've talked to Canadians before and like they sound like us, but then they like end it with like A. Like
a few words sound different. Like when
moose.
I think they say a boot.
A boot, yeah. They're so silly.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go into what has been your favorite concert or festival that you can think of? Multiple too.
So I actually saw The Weeknd.
No way!
Yeah, I saw him in Seattle last year.
What the hell? That's crazy.
It was so good, dude.
Yeah.
Because he had like a whole theme going.
Mm-hmm.
And like they even had it at Universal Studios Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
They had his concert as like one of the mazes because it was kind of scary.
He's pretty like he likes to be theatrical.
It was very theatrical. It had like cult themes and like it was just a really good show. He played all his best songs. He sounded great. So that was probably one of the best concerts. And then like, you know, NSYNC.
Oh yeah, I've seen NSYNC. No Strings Attached.
Yeah, dude.
When I was younger
at Staples Center.
No, it was at the Rose Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. Interesting.
Was it No Strings Attached? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I saw No Strings Attached album tour. Yeah. But it was at Staples Center.
One of my first concerts was NSYNC and then No Doubt.
Oh,
No Doubt.
what?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
But at the Rose Bowl?
That one was far. I don't even remember where it was. I don't even know.
Who took you?
My mom.
Aww.
Yeah, I went with my mom and my cousin. Cool. Went to see No Doubt. And then like at this point now, as I was like writing out that question for you, I was thinking, I was like, I don't even know if I have like a favorite concert because to be honest, I can't remember like all the concerts and festivals that I've seen.
Yeah.
There's just been so many good performances that I've seen, so it's kind of hard for me to even like look back and think about it.
There is a lot. We've seen a lot of people. I mean, you've probably seen more than me, but like
you have too.
I have actually, because I'll be like listening to music. I'm like, oh, I've seen them.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad because or like how the music industry has changed so much. But do you remember? Did you ever like collect your tickets when you would go to a concert?
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah,
collect tickets.
I would collect my tickets, and then I'd just be able to like look back at it
and for the festivals and for the raves too. That was a big one.
Well, I didn't go to raves, but yeah, I would hold my tickets and like look back at them or had them on my wall.
It was like a really important memory of that whole event.
Yeah,
and now that is just erased. Except now we could take pictures with our phones.
Yeah, but it's still like not the same.
It's not the same. Like, cause I just saw The Cure the other day.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you how that was.
It was good.
Yeah,
but it was
the Hollywood Bowl sucks.
Dude, no one told me that place ruined it because
I told you that right before you had told me you're like I'm gonna see The Cure at the Hollywood Bowl. I was like I hate that venue.
You probably did.
I said make sure you get dropped off there.
Yeah, I mean we did, but it was leaving there.
Yeah,
that sucked, and I will never go back to the Hollywood Bowl.
I fucking hate the Hollywood Bowl
ever.
Dude. Everyone always like I love the Hollywood Bowl. I hate it.
I mean, like of course, like the place is cool. It's really nice, but it's super crowded. Like you shouldn't have that many people in one place.
No
like
way.
That's crazy.
And it's in Hollywood. Like fucking Hollywood sucks.
Yeah,
Dude, I cannot stand Hollywood. I just want to say that again. The last time we were there, like reminded me how much I never want to go back to Hollywood.
I was gonna say you hate it because you got a ticket last time, but you already hated it.
Yeah,
before that,
because I could have sworn I've had another ticket from fucking Hollywood parking in their goddamn streets.
Crazy.
I hate Hollywood.
But WeHo, on the other hand, I'm just kidding.
No, I love WeHo.
Yeah,
WeHo is actually really fun. People are crazy there.
But yeah, The Cure. It was funny because like my sister made friends with like the other mom next to her.
Yeah.
And they were just like talking the whole time. I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to the girls next to me.
Yeah.
And they're from Whittier. They're really cool. But like all of us had won tickets on the radio.
Oh, cool.
So it was cool. But like
they might have just like sat you guys. This is like the radio section.
I'm pretty sure they just bought out like the whole section. Right? But The Cure played a lot of new songs, and their new songs are really like slow and like kind of sad, kind of dreamy, but like no one wanted to hear that.
Yeah, they were the hits.
They were long too, and they didn't play their hits till like the very end. And I was like so tired at that point, but like it was still good.
Yeah,
Robert Smith sounds amazing. Like me and my sister kept saying that. We're like, how does he sound so good? Like just like hearing him.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that was cool. Hollywood Bowl sucks. Will not go there again.
Yeah, don't go there. Don't waste your time there.
One of my favorite festivals was when we went to like the first FYF.
That was a fun time.
Yeah,
I don't even remember who we saw. We saw
Poolside,
and then
Max DeMarco?
saw the Yeah Yeahs, right?
I think that was that year.
And then Beach House.
Beach House. I've seen Beach House like 2 or 3 times for some reason. They're just at like every festival.
Yeah, I was really sleepy when I remember their set.
They're a sleepy ass band. For
sure. They're a good band though. They're just very sleepy.
That was a good one. I think another good festival was Just Like Heaven. I think that's what it's called. At the Long Beach.
Oh, okay.
Spot.
Just Like Heaven.
Yeah, it was like.
I think Just Like Heaven is at the Rose Bowl, no?
Fuck, what is it called? I think it used to be in Long Beach near the Queen Mary.
Yeah. They've had a lot of concerts there though.
What's it called? Wait. It was called something like that, you know?
Who did you see there?
I saw MGMT.
Oh, maybe it was Just Like Heaven. I feel like that's like a ongoing band that always plays at that
festival.
because
like it was probably when it first came out.
I think we saw them too. No,
were we there
at the yes at the FYF? Fuck yeah,
saw MGMT.
Yeah, I could have sworn.
Yeah, probably, but I didn't really like them at that point. I liked them more.
You liked them later on.
Yeah, because they had another good album.
Oh, okay. So those are your favorite times of like
that I could remember. I mean,
we had top of your
like
head.
Beach Goth. Also, we had like
I was like, "What the fuck is Beach Goth?" Dude, did you just make that up?
Beach Goth, dude? Beach Goth. We went like 2 times, maybe 3.
Oh shit!
At the observatory.
Yeah, I remember that.
And like
that was cool. I don't even remember who we saw.
We saw the drums. The drums too.
Okay.
And the Growlers, and I don't know who else.
The Growlers are canceled. You can't even say their name.
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't talk about them.
They're big time canceled.
Dude. And like
all those bands that performed are probably canceled.
It's weird because at that time I thought they were so big and popular, but then like they got even bigger.
Yeah, that's
and I'm
true.
like, okay, this is too much now. But like they were good.
Yeah, they were. But
I mean, there's a lot of bands that are like them, except they got caught.
Yeah, exactly.
So can't stop listening to every music artist.
I know at some point like too many people got canceled, and it's like you're up to you. It's like, am I supporting them? Am I not supporting them? And it's very conflicting, and it's just like I wish this wasn't the case. But unfortunately, like these types of things have to happen in order for like some bands to like. It's not the fucking 70s anymore, you know. Like you can't just. It's not free love.
It's not free, guys.
So, and like, come on, don't be pedophiles. That's weird.
Yeah. I really stopped listening to them for a while because of that, but I started listening to them again.
I actually haven't listened to them since all that shit.
Oh, damn. Good for you.
I'm just like, it's okay. It's a band I could definitely do without, if I'm being honest. They're not like some band that I need to be like, oh, I guess I'm gonna listen to them. Like,
I mean, like those bangers though from like back in the day, like
they were good, but that was the time and the place, so I'm good.
I remember when we were watching The Cure, I told the girls next to me, I'm like, man, when are they gonna play the bangers? And I'm like, I never say that word.
You're like a different person over there?
I was
because they're from Whittier?
They were from Whittier, so I had to like, be cool. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was really drunk. We bought a bottle of wine. That's
that shit's expensive there.
It was $40, which was literally the same as buying a beer. Yeah. But if you split it, it's like same as buying one beer. So I was like, let's just freaking have wine.
Yeah.
We drank the bottle.
Nice.
I called out of work the next day.
Yeah. Wine being 30? I don't know.
Dude, but my sister was fine. She called me the next day. She's like, work hard, play hard.
What the fuck?
She's like, you can't hang.
Oh, shit. She's calling you out.
She was legit calling me out, and I was like, I had a great day. Like,
I'm recovering still.
I hung out with Gizmo all day. It was awesome. Sorry, I'm like totally.
For people that don't know, Gizmo is the pug.
My boyfriend.
The pug. It's your new boyfriend that made you straight.
Straight for Gizmo only.
Okay, so I'm kind of done with questions. I didn't even finish one of the questions that I had because you actually got here. But how does music like impact your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not sound like that. Okay. Music? Well, I feel like I always have to listen to music, so it must do something to like, I don't know, make me like okay, like not.
When are you listening to music now at your age? Because like when I was younger, I would like try to listen to music while I was like studying or like doing, I don't know, kind of everything. I was always listening to music. And then I realized that I'm not remembering shit when I'm listening to music because I'm just not the type of person that can listen to music and study.
Oh, okay, so you don't listen to it when you study?
Not anymore, because it's like, it's just an accepting part of me where it's just me having to be like, okay, you know what? You're not cool. You can't listen to music while you're studying. You're not that person.
You're not cool like that. You're not smart like that. So yeah, I totally get you. I can only listen to certain music when I'm studying. Like I can't have lyrics.
Yeah.
So I've made a studying playlist that I've had since like undergrad.
Yeah.
And I still listen to it today.
Okay.
When I'm studying.
What kind of music is it?
I don't know what genre it is. I'll look it up. It's definitely like electronic music though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With like no lyrics, so it's just okay.
No lyrics. It's called Studying Since 2017.
Oh wow.
Is the name of that playlist because it's
very creative.
I mean, I had to change it obviously. That wasn't its first. Cuz I've had it since then.
Yeah, so like how does music like impact you though?
For that playlist it makes me focus. I feel like music like changes my mood. For
me too.
Sure it changes my mood. Like a certain song will just like make me happy or like make me chill or
does music ever irritate you? Have you ever heard like music that just irritates you? I have.
I mean, I really don't care for like country music.
What? I like country music.
You do?
I do.
Wow.
I like folk music.
You're getting old.
Bluesy music.
Yeah, blues is good.
Yeah. I like more older country, if I'm being honest, and newer country that I do like. I like Chris Stapleton. He's pretty dope. You should look him up. I bet your mom likes him.
My mom doesn't like country music.
I bet your mom likes Chris Stapleton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's call her up right now.
Get her on the line. She's gonna be like, "Who's that?" But low key, it's on her playlist.
Low key, she's like listening to him right now.
Yeah, I picture her like drinking wine and listening to Chris Stapleton for some reason.
Okay.
Only for the reason that she used to go to that bar in Pasadena or Altadena that were like they rang the bell there.
The rodeo? Is that what it's called?
I think it was. It was definitely like a country themed bar. It
was?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I didn't know that. I think I got that name wrong. I don't think that's what it's called.
Rodeo? I mean, it went perfect with my story.
Yeah. It should be called the rodeo if it's not.
I mean, if you're ringing a bell in a bar, I mean,
they have a bell, so they're listening to country, obviously.
There has to be like some country people there.
I will maybe listen to that. Send me some songs. We'll see.
No.
Okay. Find it yourself. No. I'm trying to be open-minded about music, but I feel like a lot of music, I'll probably like that in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever heard of Nick Drake or something like that?
No.
Okay. Well,
Nick Drake.
It's close to Drake, but not at all similar.
Close to Drake, actually?
No.
Oh, okay.
His name's
like
Nick
R&B?
Drake. Well, anyway, like one of the residents at work told me to listen to him, and I'm like really trying. I'm like, oh, I want to like this because he likes it, and I think I love this. One of the residents, Jamie. I'm like, oh, Jamie's so cool, and I'm like, I feel like this is like too ahead of my time. Like,
okay.
I'm not ready for this. Like, you know, like it was kind of sad, you know, like something like that. So, yeah,
I love sad music.
What's the saddest song you like?
Shit. That is a crazy question. You think about all the sad songs that you hear.
There's a lot.
I can't think of anything at the top of my head. Don't ever ask me that again.
You know what's a really sad a really sad song is that No Doubt song, Don't Speak.
Oh, that is a sad song.
Like just God. Oh my god. I'm gonna start crying.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a fucking sad song.
But if I want to put on something like in the summertime, I love listening to Sublime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like opening the 40? You're bringing back the 40s.
The 32s, okay? Yeah. Don't pretend.
Don't get it twisted.
We drank 40s.
When I was in high school, I did actually drink 40s. And then when we were at our age, when we were drinking the High Lifes, it was 32s for sure.
When we were of age, I stopped.
I still wasn't of age.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we were doing the Edward Scissorhands, or Edward 40 hands. Edward 32 hands.
Yeah, we were fakers. We would just put beers in our hands and tape them.
Yeah, we got that from Workaholics.
Dude, rest in peace.
Yeah, that was a good show.
It was the first season.
Yeah.
And then we just stopped.
We did that at least twice. And we couldn't like do anything other than drink the beers the whole night.
It was awesome because by the time
it was
the
hard
tape
to
came
pee.
Off, it was like, okay, we're done for the night. Like,
I need a piss.
Yeah. I think that one of the nights I was pretending to be a chupacabra.
I think I still probably have that video, but I probably don't actually.
It's all old. It's like
I just have it in my head, and I'm like, it's either on like MySpace.
MySpace.
It would be on Facebook, right?
Yeah, it's somewhere. Photobucket.
Let's talk about MySpace a little bit because do you remember when you got to pick your song on MySpace, and
that
it was like,
exciting.
This is the song that everyone's gonna remember me by.
Yeah,
this is the song I'm gonna use at my funeral.
Do you remember what song like every like scene girl had, or like almost every girl had?
Okay, I remember I never got into Circus Survive, but
did everyone have Circus?
I feel like I saw a lot of Circus Survive on everyone's profile.
Dude, thank you for bringing that up because I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you were into Circus Survive?
I loved Circus Survive.
I just like couldn't get into them for some reason.
Yeah, I get it. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's kind of like sad, like I don't know, like wailing almost. But it's good. I love Circa. So.
Yeah.
But everyone did have Circus Survive, and like for that reason I was like, I'm not gonna have them on my
So what was the song that you remember?
It was a Crystal Castle song.
Oh, Crime Wave.
Crime Wave.
Yeah.
I remember.
I for sure remember that was on a lot of people.
So it was mostly girls though, I feel like.
Yeah.
But that was like
the black spiky hair and everything.
Yeah, the layered hair. Yeah.
Damn, that was a time.
I know. That was a crazy time. We didn't do all that, but we were there for it.
So wish I did.
You should have.
I had some of that hair.
Same here.
Yeah.
We could still do it.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about getting a new hairstyle.
I was thinking about it.
But yeah, MySpace was cool because you could like choose your song.
Yeah,
MySpace was cool, like in general.
In general, right? Like I was thinking that. What was your MySpace name? What was your first MySpace name? Do you remember? Just Jasmine Khalil?
I think it was it wasn't like my full ass name, but it definitely was like
Jasmine Bernice Khalil.
Bernice, bro. Stop giving away my secrets.
I know, your middle name. You don't have a middle name, right?
No, thank God. Thanks, Mom.
Saved me from embarrassment.
MySpace was cool, but wait, what were we saying before? You freaking said Bernice. Totally caught me off guard.
We were talking about how MySpace was cool in general, yeah.
My MySpace name, I want to say, was Jasmo Commando.
Jasmo Commando. That was your first MySpace name.
Not my first.
What was your first?
I don't know. It was
what the hell?
What the heck, man? What was yours?
My first MySpace name was Tainted Love.
That's cool.
That was my first one, and I was like in 7th grade. My friend at the time was like, "You need to have a MySpace." She already had a MySpace. Talking to boys, and I was just like, "Okay."
Talking to boys.
And so I at the time I was in middle school. I was listening to rock, and I was listening to a lot of 80s music.
Yeah.
And so like Tainted Love was one of my favorite songs. Dude. And so I was like, Tainted Love, duh.
No brainer. Dude, I love Tainted Love, and like around the same time, 7th, 8th grade, I was doing it over and over.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my MySpace name. I guess it was taken.
Yeah.
So thanks. That's a cool name. You should have kept it.
That was my first MySpace name that I remember, and then I don't know. I went to a bunch of different stupid names,
like Alexis,
Texas,
Texas Toast.
I think I might have been Alexis Texas at some point, which is really embarrassing because I did at the time I still didn't know she was a porn star.
Or no, I don't think we had each other as friends on MySpace, or else I would
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we probably did.
Nah.
Why are you being like this?
I don't know. I feel like...
Well, we weren't close in high school.
Yeah, but
so...
we probably were... I don't know. I just can't remember your MySpace.
Well, we were more like starting to become friends towards the the end of high school.
Yeah, we were acquaintances.
And you would sit at the lunch table I was at for some reason, but...
What? That is the rudest thing you ever said to me. You would sit at my lunch table for some reason. Like, it's not like we had mutual friends or anything.
Yeah, well, you still weren't friends with half of those people anyway.
Like who?
I'm not gonna say names.
Bro, that's just weird. That just made things weird.
You're like, I'm out of here.
I thought I'm out. I thought we were all such good friends.
Yeah, no. Once you would leave, we would just be like, why is she here?
Really? Oh my god. Like, it was
I'm
bad.
just messing with you.
Okay,
no.
We were all besties.
Yeah, we were.
We were all just like, where's Ashley?
That's the number one question every day.
We were like,
where's Ashley?
It was a TV show. Where's Ashley?
I'm bleeping out the name.
Where's Bleep? Loud ass bleep. Yeah, high school was cool because we had iPods.
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
How many iPods did you have? And like,
just two.
Just two. What kind? Did you ever have the big iPod?
Mm-hmm. I had like a 32 gig like black one.
Yeah,
that one was sick. It had unlimited space. But then it was kind of too big to have in class, so I got the smaller colored one.
Yeah.
I think it was called a Nano.
Mm-hmm.
That one was my favorite. I had like a yellow one. Remember?
Was it the vertical one or the horizontal one?
The vertical.
Oh, okay, so it was like more of a rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you ever have like the little tiny shuffle?
I never had the tiny one, no.
Did you ever have an MP3 player?
No.
No? Did you ever have a Walkman? CD player?
Yeah, CD player.
CD player.
Yeah, but I never had a tape. I had a tape player like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Walkman, I guess.
Were you one of those people that recorded songs for their voicemail?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Did you ever have a ringback tone?
I wish.
Yeah. You know, I had a ringback tone and I paid for it on my AT&T cellular phone.
Whoa, your flip phone?
My flip phone. It was a little silver flip phone.
What song was it?
It was The Strokes. I think it was
nice.
It was Someday. And I don't know, I guess you would hear it while like you were calling me. Yeah.
That'd be cool if phones still did that. It was very creative.
Yeah. And I remember like my mom being pissed, but
she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't be fucking buying this shit.
It was like $1.99.
Yeah, I think it was $2.99.
Oh,
but
no.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I never did that because for that reason, my mom would like get pissed or something.
Yeah. Did you ever, like, were you always talking on the phone when you were younger?
Not always, but yeah, like me and my friends would call each other. Like we had our numbers memorized.
Yeah.
Which I think is so weird because you don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Do you remember anyone's phone number now?
No.
Nobody.
Oh, I know my sister's.
That's it?
That's it, because she's had the same number for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've had the same number since I was in 6th grade. Isn't that crazy? So how old was I in 6th grade? How old were you in 6th grade? Like 11?
Like 12, yeah.
And I'm 30.
Oh my god, dude. That's like more than half your life.
That's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually know your number.
You know my number?
Yeah.
Or like if you see it, you know that's my number,
yeah,
right?
I know it's 770.
Yeah, all right, don't be blasting me right here.
22. Taking calls. Dude, I never realized that you have the same number.
Yeah, it's been the same fucking number.
It's like your social.
Yeah, and the people at AT&T were like, because I was thinking about getting a plan. Don't tell my mom though.
Okay.
She wants me off her plan.
I'm texting her right now. She wants you off her plan.
She wants me off her plan, and so I was looking into getting another plan.
Get your own plan.
Yeah. And it's just cheaper to be on a family plan, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was looking into getting my own plan, and then the guy was like, yeah, but you're going to have to do like a fee if you want the same number. I'm like, what the fuck?
I've heard about that.
I can't, are you kidding me? I can't change my number. You know how many people know my fucking number?
Yeah.
Like, I can't. This is,
so you paid
this
fee?
is a commitment. This is like my social security.
Basically, at this point.
No, so I'm still on my mom's plan.
Okay, so she didn't get to kick you out.
No, not yet.
I don't see why she wants to.
If Dude, you pay, she's on some.
If you pay
she's
her,
on some sick shit.
She's going through menopause.
She's done with menopause. She just hates me. Just kidding.
Yeah. Are you okay? No, just kidding. Yeah. So I just remember in high school though, I would always be listening to music.
Yeah.
Like the whole time.
Yeah, me too. And I remember I would like hide listening to music in high school because
it was only the cool teachers.
You would get your iPod taken away, or like your phone taken away.
Yeah. I remember like at lunch we couldn't even use our phones, which is like so weird.
Stupid.
We were like in prison basically.
It felt like fucking prison.
And like our phones,
my parents had to pick up my phone from the principal's office like twice.
Yeah, that school is crazy.
Was annoying.
But it's stupid because phones couldn't do anything except text. So it's like,
what the fuck do you think I'm doing? Watching porn?
Yeah, like I remember there was something you could text. I think it was like Ask Jeeves, and you can ask it a question and it would answer.
Remember Jeeves?
Yeah, that's a throwback.
I
was taking a test one time and actually was cheating on the test.
Yeah,
because I was texting that
Jeeves
thing. Yeah. But
now we have ChatGPT and it's like a next level shit.
I've never used that.
Yeah.
We have internet on our phones, so kids could cheat like all they want.
Crazy cheat.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfair.
It was only the cool teachers like Mr. Levy, the photography teacher. I remember he didn't care if you listened to music, not like both earphones.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, man, there should be something that you can like listen to music, but like no one knows you're listening to music.
Yeah.
And now we have AirPods, which isn't exactly the same, but it's like getting closer to that.
True.
Because pretty soon we are going to be able to listen to music like in our minds, and we're going to have like an interface like just like that we can see, no one else can see.
Yeah, totally. But I was thinking that the other day too. Like that has to be the future.
It's happening. Like pretty soon they're gonna install something like in our eyes, or like kind of like a contact lens type of thing, maybe. And then we can just swipe. Which is kind of sad that
because it's like there's so much. I don't know. Like back then, it's like it was very organic and genuine. Like being social and having friends and things like that, making friends, and just now everything's like a marketing thing, and everything's just like to network, which is I know is important, but like I don't know, it's like hard to kind of like decipher like if someone's trying to be genuine or if someone's trying to use you, or someone like I don't know. I just feel like everything's now for like business, and everyone's just got their business helmet on
for social media and stuff like that. Yeah,
because everyone wants to be like an influencer and stuff, and and I know those are like smart strategies to do for a business. It's just like there's something really pure about like when we were growing up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like in middle school things were very pure because like we didn't even have cell phones. When we were in middle school and then in high school things started to change because MySpace came out, and like I remember I had friends also who were like wanting to talk to boys, and on the weekends all they wanted to do was go on MySpace, and I was like, this is boring. Like I don't want to be on the computer the whole time.
That's true. I remember that.
But like it was also kind of fun because we would like look at people's profile and like laugh at their pictures, and like we made it fun because then we would take pictures and we wanted to post them. But like I remember before MySpace I was having like way more fun. We were like riding bikes and like being kids,
or like prank calling, even something stupid as that.
Prank calling, even ding dong ditching.
Yeah, I never did that,
dude.
You can't do that in Highland Park.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did it in Alhambra, and it was so funny because we did it to people that we knew.
Yeah,
and then we would hide.
That's funny.
It was so funny. I think I peed my pants actually.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we got a little carried away because we started like getting away from the topic, which is music.
Yeah.
But
like music brings out other things that
like a lot of nostalgia
for sure. Yeah,
like when you look back at like KROQ and stuff too.
Yeah, KROQ, and then Fuse. You remember Fuse?
Yeah, I do.
Like they had like all the bangers.
Yeah. Okay, you're just using that word now.
That's a good word.
The bops.
Beat bops.
Yeah, there was also another channel. I forgot what it was called. Those had all the music videos.
MTV.
But isn't it crazy how like MTV was like music television and like now it's like reality TV and Teen Mom? Is Teen Mom still there? I just remember
probably.
Yeah. I just remember Teen
True
Mom
Life.
being a thing. Oh, that was a good show.
That was a good show. Yeah, I feel like MTV was really big in like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
And then in the 90s, kind of?
Yeah, no, what are you talking about? We were always like,
I mean, it was big.
Watching music videos.
Yeah, but I feel like even at that time when we were watching it, that's when it was dying.
Yeah.
Because, like, people weren't really, like, all about music videos anymore, like, soon after that.
Yeah, I would say, like, towards the end of high school, which is what when I kind of stopped watching music videos, because I actually didn't see that many music videos on anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was starting to be reality. I remember in high school, after school, we'd watch TV and the Kardashians started. And
that's true.
And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I feel like I'm losing brain cells watching this.
Totally.
And then it just never stopped.
It never ended.
It never ended. And I'm like, this is getting really weird now.
Really
this
weird.
is a glitch in the system, y'all. Like,
totally. I used to watch that show too.
Thinking it would end.
Yeah, and then it never did. And I was like, I feel like I'm getting dumb and I need to stop watching the E channel just in general.
The whole network.
Yeah, because that whole channel was so toxic.
Yeah.
The only thing I really loved and I would try to still watch was Chelsea Lately, which was when Chelsea Handler and she had a bunch of her comedian friends on. Because it was such a funny show.
Yeah, that was a really good show. She was like ahead of her time.
She was totally ahead of her time, and she like brought a lot of people up, like a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
So
Chewy.
Yeah. Oh, rest in peace.
Dude. Yeah, so sad.
He's done.
Even E had music too. I remember there was this show that's 80s or something. Or is that VH1?
I think that was VH1.
I used to love I used to love watching that. Or like totally 90s or totally like 2000s.
Yeah.
Music was like all over TV, and now I feel like people don't even listen to the radio.
Yeah. I mean, occasionally I'll listen to the radio. I mean, I don't drive much because I don't have to, but
yeah,
whenever I do, I'll be like changing the station. I'm like, fuck, these stations suck.
96.3 is good. That's like the Latin station.
Yeah.
Every time I put it on,
reggaeton station.
Yeah, it's always Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
KROQ's like still like decent, but since you pointed out that whole white supremacy thing, I'm like shit.
I always ruin shit. I'm always like looking in a different lens.
Gotta burst
I'm a sociology major.
Is that what they told you guys coming in?
That's what my professors had told me when I was taking classes.
That's actually cool.
They're like, after these courses, like, you're pretty much gonna have a different lens in how you see society and how you view things,
like the negative lens.
Yeah, exactly. And be responsible about how you see it, because a lot of it is negative, unfortunately. But you got to be optimistic and try to make change and bring change to
that's really good advice. That's actually the reason why I did not major in sociology, because one semester at PCC I was taking psychology and sociology.
Yeah.
I liked both, but as we were watching the documentaries or whatever about like people in poverty and people like in third world countries making our clothes, I was like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
And like I just felt like there was nothing I could do about it, and they're just showing us like all the inequalities in the world, and it made me like really angry, and I was like, I'm not taking these classes anymore.
Yeah, because you definitely do view life in a different way, and
I mean, it's good stuff to know for sure. But I just felt kind of useless. Like I was like, I just don't know what to do. Like obviously, it's
overwhelming.
It was overwhelming. So I was like, oh, I'll do psychology because like you can quotations help people.
True.
Which now I don't even know, dude. Like if I wanted to still be a therapist.
Me either.
What?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, that's for another episode, I think, though.
Do we still want to be there?
Yeah. Like, I definitely had a lot of thinking, and just a lot has been just in my mind. Kind of, I don't know. I think that's healthy, though, right?
Yeah, of course, you should be.
Because we're making commitments to a decision that'll impact your life. So
yeah. So it's good to figure it out. Like, is that what you really want to do? I mean, like, I think it's still a good idea for us to, like, try so we can, like, really see.
Yeah.
But it's mostly just, like, the load of the things that people go through.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
Well, I mean, that's why, like, wasn't I telling you about, like, this video that I watched, and it was about this guy, and he, like, said, like, 10 reasons or 7 reasons why you shouldn't be a therapist.
No, you didn't send that to me.
I'm pretty sure I did send it to you.
I would have watched it. So
anyway, I'm gonna look back in my text because I don't delete my receipts.
Fact check.
Yeah, and so a lot of those kind of, like, I don't know, confirmed a lot of thoughts that I already had about being a therapist. And it's making me weigh, like, a lot of pros and cons, kind of similar to, like, even being a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer too, and I just, like, read a lot. I do a lot of research before I, like, commit to things, especially if you're gonna go into debt for something, right?
Yeah.
And
Kim Kardashian's gonna be a lawyer.
Well, that bitch can be whatever she wants, so I don't care. So I was just, like, reading about it, and I was thinking, or I was learning that, like, a lot of lawyers actually don't have, like, a good outlook on life, and a lot of them become depressed. A lot of them don't have a work-life balance. A lot of them aren't happy with their lives.
I've heard that, yeah.
And I don't want that. As much as I want to help people, I know there's other ways that you can do that.
Why are they so unhappy? They are helping people, though.
I don't know, one of my professors had told me that she said that a lot of it has to do with, like, when you're entering, like, the legal world, that you pretty much see how unfair the justice system is.
Yeah.
And then you realize that you're sometimes defending the wrong person.
Yeah. Like, have you seen Liar Liar?
Yeah.
Dude, because, like, as a kid, when I would watch it, I'm like, this was so funny, haha. And then I watched it, like, a few months ago, and I was like, so he's fucked up. Like, he defended the wrong person.
Yeah. And so it's just like, you know, obviously Legally Blonde makes it, like, all nice and pretty. She's doing the right thing.
Such a good movie.
It is a good movie. But yeah, so I just, like, I started to realize that, and it, you know, sounds accurate.
Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of lawyers already, right?
I don't know.
I think it's good to have lawyers. I've had a lawyer, and
I think over time, though, technology is probably going to take away, like, the role or job of a lawyer. Reading, like, the fine print and shit. So, like,
that's true.
I don't know if it's
I don't know. I think
it's going to be a necessary job anymore.
Maybe not as many, but for sure, like, you're still going to need someone to, like, represent you and argue.
Or maybe you can get your robot.
That's true. Your robot would be a lot smarter.
Yeah. But
will they even need therapists then?
I think there's something really intimate and personal and emotional about having a human therapist, though.
No, yeah,
there's something very robotic about, like, lawyers, because a lot of it's, like, just kind of reading the law. So
yeah, it's almost like cops.
Yeah,
like, they're following, like,
it's like a mundane type of job that, like, nobody wants to do.
I know we are supposed to talk about this in another episode, but I still want to talk about it.
Okay. Well, you have 1 minute. Less than a minute, actually.
I don't have enough time for that. You know, I talk slow.
Me too. I pause too much.
That's why our episodes are an hour.
Yeah, we're just saying, like, 5 words.
People probably can listen to us 2 times.
Dude.
The whole episode is just dude.
Like, banger. Yeah, that's you now.
Listen to that 2 times speed, y'all. It'll sound way better.
It'll make sense. All right. Well, we're ending now.
Bye.
Bye.